Scoring in his debut.
Yeah, in the early days of this season with Lucio Enrique, he was given the young blood plenty of opportunities to shine, but it's
Opening goal with Sandro scoring in his debut.
yeah, in the early days of this season with Lucio Enrique, he was given the young blood plenty of opportunities to shine, but it's been Rafinha, my own personal favourite of all that young blood, has been the one who's been maintained in the first team squad and has continued to be looked at. He's been a little bit in the shadows here today, but certainly had a big part in that equalising goal.
Of course, transfer window winding to a close. Villarreal busy getting Joel Campbell from Arsenal, but sending Gabi Paulista back the other way. Ball through. Suarez onside. Staying with him, Ruiz trying to knock it back. Alves flies in. Rafinha covering. Back for Messi.
Nicely. Oh. Dani Alves wanted that one from Iniesta.
Iniesta double teamed, and it still took a foul to get the ball away. Speaking about Campbell, who has already played in Cup, not available on the bench, the Tico. Question really is, Marcelino satisfied with the 1-1, or does he sense this is 3 points for the taking? Sliding over Ruiz, but he keeps possession for Barca. Messi turns, tries to pull it back, but can't. Bruno.
Can't imagine Garcia Toral changing too much, knowing this nine-headed hydra of attacking football coming at them. They'll be drawn up as tight as they've been in that first half, and they'll take their chances on the break. It's worked a good effect, giving Barcelona one or two concerns when they have been springboarding in attack.
Ball across, getting ahead to it. Rafinha. Suarez sends it back to the middle, cleared away by Musacchio on the volley, but it just spins wide. Alves.
Again, a little bit of homework to be done through the working week for Dani with his volleys. It's the second one. He's been close, but just a little underneath it again. The earlier one in that first half from the Messi setup. Enjoying his football as much as anybody in a Blaugrana shirt.
Seven 3-0 over their last 10. Villarreal have not lost since November. Still alive in Europa. Messi. Of course, as we were talking about during the break, Ray, these two teams, I want to get used to each other. See each other twice more with the Cup.
Yeah, a lot to be learned from each other. He'll have to slide in here.
And hooking it back.
Wonderful. Artful dodgers wearing number 10, Piqué, but he does a masterful impersonation of how to pickpocket Oliver Twist style. Had to get that one right, Phil.
Back heel, done twice.
Brilliant.
Iniesta trying to poke it free. Neymar. Rafinha and Alba.
Fought well to get that back, didn't he? Suarez, good turn.
Sneaks it forward for Rafinha. Trying to prevent the corner and doing so. Barcelona in a battle.
A wonderful play from Matteo Musacchio here. Wonderful reaching in from Mario Gaspar, excuse me, gets this one, Fred back, and he's got to go down and get dirty, and he reads it beautifully, just gets enough. And there's that wonderful slide tackle by Gerard earlier.
Fourth goal from Cheryshev. Equalized with the 14th for Neymar. After a bit of a slow start, Lionel Messi taking off of late. But Neymar on the board today. Just behind Alba's run. Pina trying to get it out of danger. Oh, yeah, skips away from Piqué, and now it's Gio looking for help. Cutting to the inside. Dos Santos cuts, pokes, knocked home. Own goal, or was it a goal for Vieto?
Oh, this is
It doesn't matter.
Vieto. This is Argentina, boy, again. And it's brilliant by Dos Santos. Piqué fills his pants here on the halfway line. He goes to try to control the ball with his studs, I believe, and it just pops away from him. This is the genesis of it. Watch how he tries to control it with his studs, and that is absolutely a calamitous mistake. He's very, very casual there, Piqué, but man alive, does Giovanni do the hocus pocus. This is wonderful from the Mexican. Beautiful pullback, and the late arriving Vieto. Racing Club man scoots it home. Wonderful breakaway goal, but all the credit in the world goes to the Mexican international. Fabulous setup and absolute molten emotion from Vieto there.
10th goal for the youngster. So many times you see Mascherano get back. I thought he would get a touch, but it's perfectly weighted from Giovanni, and Vieto gives Villarreal the lead again. And mentioned it took 2 own goals for Barcelona to win at El Madrigal last year.
What a fundamental bad mistake, though, by Gerard Piqué, a world-class defender that he has been all year long, dropping his notebook completely.
Ball sails, finds Neymar, but he cannot pull the shot.
There's just no excuses for it. He'll hold his hands up, but it was beyond casual defending.
Iniesta threads it through. Beautiful from Suarez. Messi denied, but Rafinha gets his rebound. We're tied again.
And all the credit in the world this time will go to Luis Suarez for absolute brilliant play on the turn and on the setup. Rafinha rattles this one home emphatically, but look at Suarez. Great ball from the illusionista. Lovely turn. Pulls this one back and puts it on a golden altar for Messi, who doesn't finish it. That's magisterial from Suarez. And then Rafinha follows up in the proximity. And again, it's just bulleted home with authority. But all the credit goes to the Uruguayan.
Here they come again. Neymar into the box, through the legs, back for Suarez, but it bounces free. One of the best games of the year so far, and we've still got more than a half hour to go. Cheryshev trying to cut in. Alves blocks that one away. Bruno, dangerous play. There, the feet came up. Iniesta getting a bit greedy. Still sense this Barcelona back line vulnerable.
Phil, they've been absolutely rock solid. What they have been is absolute casual when there's no need. And he should have his backside well and truly slapped by Shakira when he sees her next, because you simply cannot do that. No player in the world, whether it's Sunday morning or Barcelona FC. Look out!
Messi! Ah! Oh my!
What a setup again from Suarez! Suarezito! Suarez! And what a beautiful curling hit from Messi. He locks his focus on it. He takes the moon and all the planets into consideration before he detonates this one. And there's no chance for Sergio Senjo. but Suarez ever involved. He's the constructor. It's Messi, it is, that's the finisher. And Messi, with his right foot, he's like G.I. Joe here. But he's got his kung fu grip, not on his hands, but on his feet. Beautiful curler into the top corner. A perler indeed. But Suarez has his own fingerprints all over it. Messi again. Got better moves than a grand chess master. Knows exactly where he's going to place it. Knows that the goalposts ain't moving. He's got his reference point, and he sends it with love from Argentina.
First lead of the match for Barcelona.
Well, Villarreal are the only team to come into this Lions Den and score more than once in this campaign. Nobody else has done it, and they may not be over yet, but they've had their nose well and truly bloodied. What character test now for Marcelino Garcia Torrell's man. What a game, what a game!
Marcelino knows this game's still there for the taking.
Feel the confidence, he saw the confidence from that earlier setup from Suarez for Rafinha's goal, and his confidence seemed to just, within one or two involvements there, bubbled up. Certainly looking sharper than ever the longer this game goes on. Luis Suarez.
Neymar. Busquets. Piqué to Messi. Alba now back to the Argentine. Run of Alves, bending it in onside. Just off target, tries to make something of it.
The ball from Messi with the outside of his foot. Absolute starburst passing for Dani Alves, who tried to pull that one back.
Again to Alba. Both teams still talent on the bench. Pedro, Rakitic, and the veteran Xavi. Yeah. Meanwhile, for Villarreal, maybe even more dangerous attackers. They have Manu, Ikechukwu, Uche, Roy Gomez as well available if needed. Sweeping it free.
Oh, Suarez, I believe, slips. He loses his footing right here. And then the referee says he's pulling down Matteo Musacchio.
Ex-River man Musacchio grew up watching Mascherano play at River, and now going up against him. 60th minute approaches. Piqué with a nod. Cheryshev tries to win it back, but with a hand. Neither team has used a substitute yet. Rafinha now with the lead. Does Barcelona pull it back a bit?
Can't bring round the anthem of Barcelona. That usually only comes out when they are very, very pleased or when their team really needs them. And I think it's the first one here today. What a ball!
Iniesta breaks free. One touch square, but swept away by Ruiz.
That's quick. That is quicksilver from Suarez on the turn, on the move, and that beautiful ball sent in to create havoc and chaos in Villarreal's area.
Look away, Alves, but he misses the run of Iniesta.
Again, the quickness of Suarez. Yeah, identifying, knowing, not instinctively, but knowing, because he's already taken a picture, what's going on behind him. When the ball slipped in to Suarez, he'd already known that Messi's waiting, hungry, like a vulture. Look out,
Keep an eye, two in the middle. Vieto cuts back around Alves.
Nicely.
Back heel. Here's Jaume.
Got numbers.
Can't
Poor
get the
ball.
ball through.
The stretch now.
And Messi looking to pull on that spandex. Help out wide.
Oh,
Suarez cuts
magical.
back to the near side. Neymar.
Brilliant.
Neymar just sends it off.
Stupefying from Messi. Falls up this space like Captain Kirk in the Enterprise. And it ends up here. But Neymar way, way off.
Ray, we saw that Messi goal. Remember, it just seems like yesterday, whenever the ball would be at his right, if you're the opposition, you had that little sense of relief. But now, 17 goals with his left foot this year, 12 with his right. He's getting more dangerous. Bangs away off Rafinha. Bruno saw Messi do that once.
Oh, that's a great turn. Wonderfully shielded from the number 8, Iniesta.
Touched forward by Alves to Suarez. Now Messi starting to build the rhythm, Barcelona.
I don't know how much these people pay for a ticket in this stadium. It's not enough.
Threaded for Neymar, just cut out of the pass, Musacchio.
Good ball.
Vieto with Cheryshev pushing to the inside, trying to drag Piqué out of position. Disciplined attack. Nice. Cheryshev plays the deflection. Now Vieto, a trip, and that might be a card. It will be. Rafinha with the foul.
Now, I think he knows it as well. And he's getting a congratulating little slap on his bum from Dani Alves, because he knows there's danger here. I'm just about to pick his pass. There you go. People a little bit naive, thinking, no, he didn't mean that. I think he did. Good gamesmanship, if they want to call it that. It certainly denies Villarreal an opportunity to pick their final pass. But danger here now for Bravo.
First yellow card against Barcelona. 2 cautions against Villarreal, Bruno and Jonathan. Well, 3 of their last 5 away have ended in a draw. Can Villarreal fight back for our 3rd draw of the match?
We'll be looking to sizzle this one, I believe. It's a wonderful position for him to strike through. And this wind is pretty stiff. How much Mother Nature's going to play a part in it, we will see.
3 in the wall, little stutter step as Villarreal regroups.
Oh, good ball.
Lifting it in, glancing header. The volley acrobatically knocked home. And it looks like it won't count. Maybe a foul called or perhaps an offside, but now Barcelona on the break.
It's a foul.
Messi with Neymar.
Genius!
Messi to Neymar! Neymar!
Penalty!
Knocked to the ground. Bicandi looks at his assistant and says, play on. Still through. Alves deflected, and Suarez leaping like a salmon, can't knock it home.
Either Lincoln's like a slamming or flopping like a big fish. Either way, can it put the final touch to it again? How this is not a penalty is beyond me. There's the pullback on Piqué, and that one is given. Handball, perhaps it's been, and maybe it's the offside. Victor Ruiz, either way, I think that's what it is, the Victor Ruiz offside. But how this is not a penalty? The ball is touched by, he's been hammered into by the defender, and Sergio Asenjo. There's contact made there. That's gotta be a nailed-on penalty. The reach in on him takes his leg, and then he's just about to head it home, and then he's brought down again by Asenjo. It's a double foul. Suarez cannot get his Uruguayan head to it. Look at it from this angle. The contact is made right here on his leg. That's enough to send him down, but he still continues, pushes it past the goalkeeper, and then Asenjo comes through and cleans him out.
Well, could have been goals at both ends in seconds time. Take another look here. You could say he's already going down when Asenjo hits him, and he would not have been able to get to the loose ball, but the reason he was going down in the first place was a foul that goes uncalled. Here's Cheryshev. Cannon shot, bangs off of Piqué, gets it back. Onside Gio trying to sneak it in, blasted to the near post, but just wide.
Wonderful response from Villarreal. Cheryshev, Bruno, Vieto all involved nicely. Dos Santos tries to squirrel it by. Piqué reads him like a nursery rhyme book. It's slack defensive play by Dani Alves again. And this Villarreal side still buzzing like a big nest, angry nest of hornets. But wow, this place still buzzing around the stands about that penalty that wasn't given.
Ball in. Suarez curling it into the path of Alves. One touch to the middle. Neymar settles and slips. Ray, last year, remember all the fuss made over Atletico breaking into the duopoly. Well, Real Madrid with a 4-point gap, and they will make up that game in hand midweek. But now Atletico has some company. Saw Sevilla's last-minute winner today. They're going to stick around. Valencia going to be playing tomorrow. They're sticking around, and now Villarreal looking like they're for real.
A wonderful side, this team in yellow, and is still probably another half hour to play.
Maybe we could get them to play extra time. 3-2 the score. Villarreal with 2 leads. Barcelona now finally with their first. Vieto to the middle, letting it bounce back into the middle for Cheryshev, but Jonathan maybe a little too unselfish. Neymar back. Alba off target. Mario, nice ball. Pina tried to force it through, maybe to try a handball, but no. Oh. Now the one-man break in Messi.
What a ball!
And Neymar has help. A little stumble and the strong challenge to take it away. Suarez all alone in the middle.
Fabulous tackle this from Musacchio. He's got to make this one. Neymar just about to send a curvaceous ball into the path of Suarez, who'd made a wonderful run. Brilliantly engineered, of course, by the number 10 of Barcelona. Over space, in the twinkling of one of his Argentinian eyes, he finds Neymar brilliantly.
Past the midway point of the second half.
What a tackle from Musacchio.
Handball, the call, but it goes uncalled.
Take a look again for me.
From that angle.
The goalkeeper still takes the player as he's touching it past him.
Villarreal trying to get that equalizer, tackled away at the last moment. Enough highlights in this match for a season-long film. Approaching the 70th minute. Only allowing 3 headed goals all season, Barcelona. Little stumble. Ruiz can't get back.
Still got this feeling that Barcelona need an extra goal because this Villarreal side are playing absolutely wonderfully and creating all sorts of threats. Vieto and Giovanni Dos Santos being joined in by Jonathan so many times, and Cheryshev arriving late beautifully.
Rafinha looks wobbly. Play on though. Saw Jordi Alba telling him to go down. Rafinha had something else in mind though. Neymar with help. It's Messi. The trident tight in the center. Plucked away by Costa, and he's fouled. Have not beaten Barcelona at all since 2008. That was the match in Barcelona. Actually a string of 3 straight victories with 2 home wins tossed in.
good ball.
Laid back Gio. Cheryshev has to come back. Sends it across. Jonathan bangs it off of Alba. Blasted it over the bar by Mario. Off the back. Everything being scrutinized. Mathieu. Quicker. Luis Enrique will be asked. Nice. Alba to Iniesta. Again taking it wide. Messi on that back post. Neymar still trickling through and then slammed out of danger. Alba. Alba again. And you talk about that apparent penalty that was not called. Maybe the only question, as we saw, there was no contact with the defender from that angle behind.
Yeah, we saw
is if Neymar was going down.
There was a contact from that defender earlier. But then when he's wriggled away from him and touched it past the goalkeeper, the contact is clearly there. Well, the question is, for this referee, his vantage point was it still in playing distance? It really shouldn't matter.
If it's a foul at midfield, should be a foul in the box. Jonathan, nice hustle.
Good turn.
And now it could be 3v1. Gio.
Oh, what a tackle.
Threaded through for Cheryshev, but Rafinha is back.
A brilliant reading from this youngster, Rafinha. He needed to get that one again. There's been some incredible last-ditch tackles from Barcelona this entire game. This impressive yellow submarine.
Wiggling in Jonathan. Bruno. Long time.
What a King's Cup semi-final between these two teams it's going to be.
A little slip from Vieto. Maybe legs getting tired. Alba runs smack into Mario.
And what needs to be reminded for our viewers is that it's over 2 legs. And this team back in Villarreal, right on the coast, they find even more in front of their wonderful own home fans, so get ready.
Good regional rivalry between the Valencians and Catalonians. Scooping it through off the back of Iniesta, and that's the only break Villarreal needed.
Again, the turn from Suarez is tremendous. As it's played into him, he's already spinning and controlling the ball, and then he kisses it on to Iniesta.
Messi square. Alves looking to return, cut off by Mario. Good pinch. Pino challenging, but no. Give credit to Barcelona continuing to push forward for a fourth, but will it cost them? Bruno, 30 years of age now. And a gift the other way. Alves. Messi. Nothing left. Let Iniesta set the table. Suarez lifts it. Oh, just too hard from Rafinha. Cheryshev to Vieto. Alves pushing up higher and higher. Good cut by Mathieu. Alves back into position. Of course, the man that Barcelona wanted to replace Alves, according to many reports, now signing on with Jose Mourinho and Chelsea in Cuadrado. Wide for Alba. Of course, Barcelona can't get anyone for another window. Messi caresses Mario, the touch, corner kick.
Becoming a real trademark of this combination, this give, go and get, and it's a scoop over the top again by Messi.
Solid performance from Rafinha. Sets up one goal, maybe unintentionally, for Neymar's rebound. Scores again on another rebound.
Yeah, you're forgetting a lot of the defensive work the kid's done as well. The two-way player. Oh.
Iniesta. Messi, but too far for Suarez.
Fabulous pass. Wait to the 10th of an ounce by Iniesta into stride as Pedro gets ready to make his entrance.
First switch will be Pina checking out, as Villarreal putting some fresh legs in the midfield, and it's Manu Trigueros, another kid that's come up through the Barcelona youth system. Manu, a pretty good playmaker. Marcelino not satisfied with a one-goal loss.
Remember as well, this yellow team, Phil, other than their captain, who's been around since day one, Bruno Soriano, is a youth product himself. All these other players wearing these yellow shirts, they're all not even in their mid-20s yet. So the future looks very, very bright for Villarreal.
Costa, Musacchio, Mario, all coming up through the system. Even Asenjo in goal at 25, and especially Vieto up front at 21. Might not be able to keep Cheryshev, but you never know. After all, you take a look at the players he would have to beat out at Real Madrid. Maybe they can get him back for at least one more year. See the wind and the flags behind. Maybe time for a pop from midfield. We've seen pretty much everything else. Rafinha high into the air, but straight to Manu. Nice control. Little bump play on. Smacked wide for Cheryshev again. In for Bruno. Wide for Costa. Lifting it in. Headed by Cheryshev, but off target.
Wonderful, fearless approach play by Villarreal in numbers and width. Damning the conditions and high pedigree players up against them. This wonderful group of youngsters wearing the yellow shirt, giving Barcelona all sorts of worries still.
Suarez will exit, came close a number of times.
Yeah, created two of the goals. A lot of wonder about him. When's the dam going to crack and the glut of goals come, but playing such an important part in creating havoc against his opponents. He never drops his head.
Pedro will run wide. This will open up a bit more space in the middle for Messi. Saw Juan Carlos Unzué, the ex-goalkeeper, Luis Enrique's #1, talking to Neymar. Probably how is he to play to open the door? And actually, you see Messi dropping into the midfield a bit. Heels on the chalk for Neymar. Rafinha settles. Mathieu for Alba.
Wonderful confidence from Barcelona's old heads in the youngster Rafinha. And those tight passing lanes, and again.
80th minute. Alves. Hiding it for Neymar! Just did Musacchio get a touch?
Oh, he certainly seemed to get a touch, but I still think that, well, it's a touch that takes it away from Neymar. Is he offside? It's a beautiful ball inviting him in. Thought he lost his focus on this pass a little bit, but when the ball struck, he's onside. Certainly Victor Ruiz, the 15, is keeping him on or level.
Throw in for Barcelona near side. Emotion starting to bubble up.
That's an emotional game, Phil.
I thought it was a passionate game.
No, it's full of emotion, good and bad, and he's going through one of those periods and he's disappointed. Understandable. But
last time that story didn't end good. Iniesta, Alba giving chase. Knocked free. Nice from Gio. Manu, he'll get a second chance. And the right foot, a dribbler through, but Villarreal holding on. Possession 70-30, but on those counters, Villarreal dangerous. Vieto for Cheryshev. Gio wants it. Did it hit the hand of Alves? And it did. Doesn't look like a card, at least not yet. Wait, says Bikandi. Still feel there's another goal, either Villarreal to level or Barcelona to take advantage. What a fun match this has been. And as you said, the promise of 2 more to come over the next month.
Yeah, cup tie football. Imagine what that's going to be like. Well, he's supplied danger when he's went for these targets inside the box again.
Flipped up, but over. Vieto wishes he had that one back.
Well, I don't know how much the wind takes in away from this ball. Let's take a look. Sees it coming pretty truly towards his head. Needed a little bit more of a subtle glance at it, but too much meat and potatoes on it. Glance at it, but too much meat and potatoes on it.
Last 8 games at the Camp Nou, Messi has found the net. That's now he makes that run into the center channel. Neymar to Alba. Alba squared into the 6, and Asenjo just in time. Starting to see a haunted look again.
Well, some people will say that, for sure. Yeah, you're correct in that observation, I think. People will, the cynics, the knockers, the people that say he doesn't fit.
Mascherano to Alba. Pedro at the top. Messi in a gap with Alba wide. Flips it through 3. Alba inside, tries to send it across. Third defender clears. Cheryshev again using his height. Vieto, he's got a burst of speed. Mache trying to stay with him and does. 2 men in the middle, but they can't get it through Mascherano.
Vieto just needed to check his run, and he tries to do it, but the sliding tackle from the Argentina man denies him the opportunity to turn and strike the through ball on that switch.
Jonathan Dos Santos exits. And Moy Gomez back in. He'd been starting with Cheryshev out here. Beaten up and abused, and still a star turn for Rafinha. Took another hit, this one to the nose.
Lovely little footballer, combative, sweet with his touch, lovely vision, brilliant balance. He, for me, is the future in that central midfield for Barcelona. All the others have been looked at and not discarded, far from it, but this is the one that they're staying with, Rafinha.
Ball in, Alba clears. Of course, his brother looked very good. Guardiola now enjoying him when healthy at Bayern Munich, but there's a bit more of a two-way to Rafinha.
Two wonderful footballers from great stock. You're absolutely right there, Phil.
Of course, their father, Massinho, their mother, international volleyball player. Battling for it, Mario. Laid off by Moy. Five minutes left in regulation. The deflected clearance. Barcelona looking to go right back down the throat. Pedro inside. Messi trying to drag to the goal line. Sneaks it through, and I think Pedro even caught by surprise. Alves to Iniesta. I think the fans yelling man on.
Yeah, but Iniesta knew it before they did.
Boy, sees it trickle through. Rafinha there again.
This repossession all begun with Messi, 86 minutes in, hurrying to get the ball back and winning it.
Each team still with
it was a
one
wonderful moment that when that ball came to Iniesta, and the crowd, as you said, Phil, screamed, man on, man on. 60-odd thousand people, and Neymar, Iniesta knew ahead, way ahead of them, where the pressure was coming from.
Dos Santos slamming into, or actually slammed into by Dos Santos. Offside the call before the contact. Rakitic ready to come in. That'll be the final change for Barca. Rafinha finally coming out in a deserved round of applause.
Well, fine game. Set up Neymar's goal. Rattled in the goal that was supplied by Suarez and Messi. A tremendous top-class performance, and worked himself into the ground. But that's work. You get a cart horse to work. This is what this kid's all about. Being there, being here, there and everywhere, but with the twinkle toes of a real footballer about him.
Still have Gerard Moreno and Ike Uche on the bench, as well as wing play from Rukavina. So one joker left in Marcelino's deck. Can mention helping Recre, then Racing up. I have a feeling he's going to be sticking around at Villarreal for a while. Luciano as well. He was on the board, and again Luis Suarez held scoreless. Our Miller Lite players to watch.
Good ball.
Intercepted Piqué.
Just well read by Piqué. He had to time his intervention off of that hop in front of him. If he didn't get that right, it could have been disaster, but Gerard gets it right.
Uche will be the final substitution. Gio limping to the bench.
Ikachuku Uchi. Best name in football.
Even his brother Kalu might agree.
Nah, Kalu.
Don't forget, immediately following this match on beIN Sports in Espanol, CONMEBOL under-20s, Argentina, Brazil, then Uruguay, Paraguay a bit later. beIN Sports Connect. Neymar not pushing him forward as much, and if you notice also not with those step overs and nutmegs that drew Atletico's wrath.
Wind still playing in effect. It's taking the ball and slowing the ball down.
Nice. Cheryshev, good control.
There again.
But behind Uche. Back for Bravo.
A stiff wind down there.
That doesn't carry. The net might be open a bit. Manu couldn't get the shot away. Now Vieto wide for Cheryshev. Tries to sneak it in ground level. It's off of Alves and trickles for a corner.
Unless the winds drop, by the time it gets over, you'll see when the ball's placed in the quadrant here, the stiffness of this swirling wind seems to have picked up more than anything as the games went on.
No sign yet as to how much time. Villarreal hoping there is. Flies past Mario, flipping it on Pedro.
Piqué getting in the way.
Cheryshev bouncing. The flag would have come up, and now Bravo will play on. 3 minutes to be added. Still have the feeling there's one more out there. Barcelona can't afford to let points slip away. Messi decked. Jaume pleading innocence.
And another player taken to the cleaners this time. Jaime Costa.
Valencia Malaga will close things out in this round on Monday. And if Villarreal loses, chance that they could fall 6 points behind Valencia. And of course, Sevilla with that midweek game, the makeup game against Real. Manu too slow on the trigger. Pedro 3 against 6, so he'll pull it back. Rakitic, Iniesta, 2 minutes left. This would lift Barcelona back 3 over third place Atletico. Nice from Mathieu. Neymar with 3 defenders. Falls for Mascherano. Alves guides it in front. In for Neymar, dummied to Pedro. Mascherano there to try and save the day. Rakitic. Villarreal wanted a handball, but no. Dispossessed. Costa. Vieto goes down. 1 minute left. Glancing header. Wide for Moy. Tries to get it through. But Uche making an inside run. Mathieu sweeps it away. Just behind. Iniesta for Neymar. And a foul as they try to win it back. And that might be enough to help Barcelona. Had to come from behind twice. And then took the lead with some Messi magic. Now winning 8 of their last 9 against Villarreal, 15 of their last 16 at home. And that will do it. A sigh of relief in a 3-2 win.
Well, they keep doing it their way. Much more of a combined force, as brilliant as the individuals are for Barcelona. The Neymar, the Messi, the Suarez, the Iniestas. Still there's work to be done, but for Napa, pure quality play of the game, we will see that it's all still there in the shape of an absolutely world-class number 10 with the finish. Messi gets delivered from Suarez, jumping jack, flash quick, in a terabyte of skill in a nanosecond, dispatched beautifully, and that is a wonderful Napa. Pura calidad.
Our 91st